The first story. I have a tendency to get obsessed with something new for a short period of time before moving on to the next phase. A new game, a new hobby, etc. The dark web is something I've never been able to shake, something that's always had my curiosity. I don't know whether it's the secrecy of it, or the fact I could have anything that I shouldn't. But after a recent experience, it's something I wish I never got so obsessed with. One night, me and a friend, we'll call H.E., had a night without our other half, and took this time to have a well-overdue catch-up over some beers. Everything was going well. It had been a while since we'd had a night like that, with us both getting older. I don't know how, but the topic of my mentioned obsession, the dark web, had been brought up with us having a fair few units of alcohol in our system. I decided to lift the lid of my laptop and load up the Tor browser and do some drunk exploring. I've only ever briefly explored the depths of the dark web once. Maybe that's where my obsession stems from. We'd been searching for a good 30 minutes before we found one link that piqued our interest more than any other. It read, "Make a miserable life." It's slightly worrying that we didn't hesitate to view this one. A site popped up, a very simple interface with the title at the top, a logo at the bottom, and multiple text boxes in between, all of which were fields for someone's personal data. On the right was a short description of what they offer. It read as followed: wanting revenge. Wanting to see someone at their lowest? Everything they have ruined beyond belief. That's what we're here for. Surely they can't do too much, was a thought I wish I never made. Probably due to the Dutch courage, I decided it would be a funny idea to test this service with myself. I filled out my details and transferred the Bitcoin to make the payment. Cheaper than I expected. I now just had to wait and see what happened. I woke up the next day to my phone ringing, slightly hungover and still half asleep. I stretched to answer the phone. My boss. Hello. I answer slowly. It was rare my boss rang at all, let alone at 8 a.m. on the weekend. I'm sorry for this, but your actions from last night have led me to have to release you from your position. You need help. The phone ended, left confused, and rather frustrated. I messaged H to see what happened. The message didn't go through. I tried to ring straight to voicemail. Strange. I go turn on the TV and make myself a coffee in hopes for some more energy. The news displays a headline. A male and their 20 SIs currently wanted by the CIA. Videos have emerged of the male slowly torturing another male by the name H.A., as well as multiple little children. Taken aback, I take a step towards the TV. It flicks to a picture of the male. It was me, there, on the screen. A loud knock at the door took my gaze off the news. I peeked through my curtains to see almost hundreds of people, including who I thought was friends and family, holding posters wishing me dead, with some of them armed with bricks. Not knowing what to do, I ran upstairs. Petrified, I opened up my phone. The videos from the news everywhere, quite clearly showing me torturing my best friend, along with several children I have never seen in my life. An email comes through: thank you for using our service. The misery has been delivered. We hope you're satisfied with the results. I haven't left my house yet, and I know if I did, I wouldn't be given a chance to return. That's the last time I ever record my favorite obsession. The second story. March 10, 2024. I didn't believe it at first. None of us did. And it's not until today, after the constant stream of broadcasts and breaking news announcements, that I finally realized just how fucked we all are. A global pandemic has emerged once again, spreading through the human race via airborne molecules and direct contact. It's faster than 2019. It's deadlier than 1918. I can only imagine how long it'll be this time before I can touch another human. My parents, my partner, my kids. Interestingly, they're calling it Stage 1. Stage 1 infection. Once infected, people are quickly changing. We already have our own words for it, like it's some sort of trend, the changing, the turning. Although these terms are used mainly by the older generation, while the youngsters are calling it modding or altered. We're all fucked, and it seems like one big joke to some people, or even an investment. I can't see this lasting long though, the sick fuckers. June 30th, 2024. Stage 2, Revolution. After 106 days of pure hell, what's remaining of the human race, which isn't much, have sought refuge underground. I am one of the lucky few, or unlucky few, depending on how you look at it. I hate this. I miss my family. November 14, 2024. Stage 3, Aftermath. We've somehow made it work. What with thousands of years of survival information and the modern-day brain, we've actually managed to recreate a world viable for a small society to last for decades underground if needed. A sweet 10-year-old girl called Bella lost her family during Stage 1-2. We keep each other company down here. She needs father, and, to be honest, I need a reason to live too. I still hate it here. If you think life was hard before all of this. I miss our beautiful planet. I miss the simple things. May 13, 2027. Stage 4, Resurfacing. Our soil has been contaminated for multiple years now, and our reservoirs are slightly poisoned from the once diseased people's blood and decaying remains. But we have won. The human race pays some how beaten the viral apocalypse. That's what we've decided to call it anyway. Bella squeezed my hand as we felt the sun upon our faces. We're finally home. June 27, 2027. No one could imagine what's come now. After rebuilding our lives on the surface, albeit very slowly, the nourishment we've sucked and absorbed from the atmosphere, and the food and water we've consumed from the contaminated earth was not longer working in our favor. It was all poison. A complicated and silent poison. And now, it's very quickly evolving our DNA. It begins with a rash. The rash starts on the face and then spreads to the hands, forearms, and the torso. The person becomes highly contagious and are highly irrational and delusional. They can lash out at anyone who comes near them, scratching and biting. If they successfully break the skin, the next person is doomed. Within 2 days of appearance, the rash develops into abscesses that fill with fluid, breaking open and spewing green pus in all directions. The scabs will eventually fall off, taking all remaining layers of skin with it. By day 3, The patient is no longer considered human. They rapidly grow and change their molecular structure, and their rage is something incomprehensible. I guess this is now stage 5. July 1, Stu 2, 2027. I have a rash. Ella has locked herself in the bathroom. That won't last long.